Hey, what's going on? My name is Omar. Alright, today's video is I'm going to do a plank position, side plank position with the rope. You know, people have been asking me, what else can I do with the rope other than your typical, arm movements? So, whatever the shoulder can do, you can do the battle ropes. Now, everyone's so used to doing the exercise and the battle ropes on your 2 feet. As long as you are in a stable environment or you position yourself in a stable environment, and as long as the shoulders move, you can pretty much anything you want to do with the ropes. So today, actually one of my fighters gave me this idea. His name is Benji Silva. He gave me this idea what you can do with the rope. Actually, I was in the same thing. I was in the same way, kind of putting myself in a box of way of thinking. So just kind of doing all the ropes and standing on my 2 feet. So I'm going to show you today the idea that he shared with me. So what I'm going to do is, again, position myself in a plank position. Now, I want to make sure that, number one, that I'm strong enough to do the plank position. So first, you have to do your steps of your progressions. First stability, then strength, then power. So I do have a strong enough core where I've surpassed balance and I've surpassed strength. Now I'm going to add power into my stability exercise. So I'm going to get into a plank position on the side. First, I want to make sure that my shoulder is stabilized. I want to make sure that my elbow is directly into my shoulder, and I'm stabilizing the shoulder like this, not here. If I'm doing this, that means that I'm hanging on my shoulder. I'm not stabilizing my shoulder. That's really, really bad on the shoulder joint. So make sure, number one, that this is straight. Number two, my position of my feet. I can place one foot on top of the other, which makes the exercise harder. Why? Because less of my body is touching the ground, which means more for my core to stabilize. Now, if I put one foot in front, that makes the exercise a little bit easier, because now I have more of my body parts touching the floor, which then stabilizes my body more. So again, I'm strong enough to surpass the first couple steps. I can go one foot on top of the other. I want to make sure that my shoulder's stabilized. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep my body straight. So I don't want to sag on the ground. I don't want my hips up too high. I want to make sure that I'm on a nice straight plank, or diagonal plank, because my body's going down. Feet are going downward. So I'm going to then grab with my my shoulder that's not working. I'm going to grab the rope, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up, down at the same time, stabilizing my core and my body so that it doesn't move. Okay, so here I am. Here I go first. Plank position, grabbing onto the rope, and I'll just do 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. While I did the exercise, I was breathing, I wasn't holding my breath. Another thing I can do in this position is make it a little bit harder by placing my foot up in the air and then performing the same exercise. It's a different video. So, I'm going to balance the movement out. I'm going to change positions. By default, I'm going to have a strong side and a weaker side. So, whatever position that you start off with first, most likely is your strong side. So now, I'm doing this with my second side. This is supposedly my weaker side. So I want to make sure that I do both sides so I can even up my strength on both sides and even up my stability on both sides. So here I go. Plank position. And then up here, 2, 5. Just because I did the other side, I want to balance things out. So that's just a different way of thinking that you can do using the battle ropes. Have fun with it. As long as the shoulder can move and your body is nice and stable, you can pretty much do everything. Remember, there are no rules in fitness, only principles. The principles are stabilizing my shoulder, body nice and straight, and I can kind of go from there. So have fun, think outside the box when it comes to fitness, and have fun, do whatever you want to do. So stay active. When you have a chance, go and check out selfdefined.com or functionalcorefitness.com. Hope you enjoyed this week's video, and I will see you next week.